Hello and welcome to Mass Effect 1 episode 10. We are now deep in Noveria. In, what's it called? Peak 15? So we're getting fairly close to where we want to be, but we're not there yet. Oh, hello. Stuff I can steal? Oh yeah, I did sell all the stuff at the ending of last episode, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Or if I do, I'm about to find out. Nope, no warnings. That's good. Should be a couple of quests to pick up around here.
What?
Okay, nice to see you too. Nothing, I guess.
Sorry, I'll leave.
What an appropriate response.
Then I will return to my meditations.
Science puce. She just bug out and leave to die.
Nope. How you doing?
What? No!
Oh, I thought you were sick. You probably just
Sorry.
resting.
I haven't had much sleep since the attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there something you need?
It's all just the same stuff, isn't it? Okay.
I'll talk
to you.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
Suspicious noises? I mean, if they're suspicious, I guess it'll stand out. So I'll know when I hear it. Head down here.
What do you want?
Why is everyone so skittish? I'm just talking. Chill.
I didn't mean to bother you.
No, you did nothing wrong. I'm just distracted.
Okay.
What happened to these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
You shouldn't. However, Spectre, Council, big badges, big guns.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments here.
She should be good to go.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were
What
exposed to a
experiment?
toxin, something we were working on.
I need full cooperation if I'm going to help. Do you want these people to live? If not, I'll walk out of here.
No, wait. It's a bioweapon. Based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could
An
kill
exotic
nature.
life form?
But there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
Do you imagine that
Wait,
distinction
what?
makes this ethical?
What does infectious mean to you?
They'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
So, do you just mean infection in the sense that it spreads internally in the body, but not intrapersonally? I'm overthinking this.
There's a reason the Citadel conventions forbid bioweapons, Doctor.
I didn't expect you'd understand. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
I'll contain it, don't worry about it.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
Okay,
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
guess we gotta go talk to the captain then. Should we try and talk to her again? Maybe?
What?
You seem less upset at this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues
She
of the
seemed-
meditation you interrupted.
Well, then might as well keep interrupting.
You're a member of the science teams?
Recently transferred, yes.
What do you do here?
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic-enhanced allele-specific hybridization.
I don't even know what those words mean when I read them. Biotic enhanced specific. Fuck it.
Sorry,
Bye.
I'll leave.
Then I will return to my meditations.
The quarantine lab is located near scientist barracks on the lower level. Okay. Good to know, I guess. Never say no to Medigel. And Olar, I've heard so many people talk about you. First priorities, meaning loot. Yeah, who cares?
Gotta keep them. I should have taken my
Okay
vacation.
then.
No.
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
About whom?
You mean those things out there?
Yes. I'm the only survivor from the hot lab, you know.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Rachni? That's preposterous.
The name tags were pretty clear.
The Krogan wiped them out 1,000 years ago.
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
I
No,
don't
I'm
have
sure
any
nothing
control
bad's gonna
over
happen.
who lives or dies here. Do you?
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy?
What's with his face?
I'm sane. God, am I sane?
Like there's... You noticed that too on the Turing. Like his lower face was sort of... I don't know, it looked a bit weird.
I need to know everything about the
What do you
Rachni.
know?
I told you all I can. We brought the Rachni back from the dead. In retrospect, a bad decision.
Okay.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
You're not part of the crew.
Do you see that thing on my chest that says N7? That means I can go wherever the fuck I want.
Call me Shepard. I'm a Spectre, sent by the Citadel.
There aren't any human specters.
He has the same...
Look, Plague
Is that a
doesn't care
mask
who
of
you
some
are.
kind?
This lab is under
Maybe?
quarantine.
It can't be, right? I don't know. Who cares? Not that important. I guess we should go talk to the captain. Maintenance area. Yeah, that's not happening. Okay, going back up to the captain then. Asking for permission to do this, that, and the other, I guess. Oh, god damn it. Should be just on the other side of the wall. Sprint, please. Hey there.
Something you need?
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
Like I said, I can contain it. Got a big gun.
We're not part of your defense plans. We're consuming extra rations, extra Medigel.
Yeah, but you also have extra guns. All right, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
That's fine.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
Wasn't there something else?
I've got work to do.
I hate the cold.
What? It's warm on Tachanka? Yes, actually. Been there. Okay, going back down to the quarantine labs. Because we are crazy. And I really need to purchase some spectral weapons once I get back up to the ship. Open, please.
What do you want?
I have Ventralis's permission to go in there.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated to get out.
True.
You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
Okay. Read notes. Okay. We've isolated 4 chemicals that can be combined to counteract the toxin. They must be mixed in precise quantities. As each chemical is poured, the equipment will mark the minimum and maximum amount that will work. Too little or too much will spoil the result. That sounds risky. I'm sure it'll make sense once I do it. Okay. Oh.
Your mission ends here, Shepard.
We'll see about that, bitch.
What happened to Ventralis's man?
I didn't have permission to come in. He got in my way. I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are, trapped in this lab. Weapons free!
Oh, wrong one. Wrong, sorry. I swear I meant nothing by it. That is not quite what I wanted to do. Yep, okay. H. There we go. Okay. Damn it, damn it. Firestorm 8. I am thinking... Actually, I want to read what it's like first. Advanced military grade shotgun, blah blah blah. Average accuracy, convert. Yeah, okay. You can have it. Armageddon. That's high. Curious about that. But that pistol though. Damage per second. Heatsink, that probably means it packs a real punch. Rex can have... Actually, Liara can have that. I think she uses pistols a lot? Question mark? Same. Nothing. Okay. Damn it. Again. Just picking up this. Ooh, that's not so good. Hey there.
They came out of there.
That door's locked. How can I get in?
A team lead would have access, like Dr. Cohen.
Oh, I see.
In the medical bay.
How can I get into the maintenance?
A team lead.
How can I get into the
No, I already talked about that.
Yeah.
I think that's the guy I'm already doing a mission for. Isn't it? Dr. Cohen told you that several scientists at the Rift station were sickened by an experiment. Won't allow anyone to go into the labs to manufacture a cure. Okay. That's pretty much what I'm doing already. Actually, literally what I was doing. Return to the ship. Spectre weapons, spectre weapons, spectre weapons, spectre weapons. Just remember it. God damn it. Been on that for a while now. Oh, I see. It's probably right below there. Just looking at the exclamation mark on the map. And now it disappeared.
Is that the cure? You did it?
Don't think he set me up.
I was ambushed in the lab you sent me to. If you set me up...
You were attacked? I don't know anything about that. I hate conflict. I've never even fired anyone. I have my receptionist do it. Look, the guards, they've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs
Expecting
in the back.
me in
The
a
guards
bad
won't
way?
even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
Thanks for the warning. Here's the cure.
Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I thought he was on the right track. I can't thank you enough that... Oh, God, what a cliche. You saved their lives, do you know that?
Let's hear what he's got.
And I almost lost mine. Thanks is all I get? We need to be at peak to fight those aliens. Give us some Medigel.
Of course, here. You didn't get these from me. Ventrolis wanted them saved for his people. I need to administer this. Thanks again.
Okay then. Okay. So it clearly wasn't tied to that.
Relieved. It's pleasant to see you well.
Let's have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stock is being approached.
But what's that exclamation mark about then? It is Dr. Cohen, god damn it. Okay, let's have a look at the log, because I really have no clue at this point. Rift Station. We're attacked by the Geth in the quarantine lab. Panel or Chonji sealman. Okay. I do have the thing. Do I have the thing now? God damn it. Alright, I'm just gonna... I don't think I talked to him about it, did I? Oh my god.
They seem to be coming along well.
I need to get into the maintenance areas.
Okay, there we go.
You're not supposed to go back there. But I guess there's nothing to hurt. Here's my pass. Just don't tell the guards.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Of course. Be careful.
And now we're on the right track. It's always this double confusion of when a game has bugs, like I'd say particularly related to UI. You always wonder, did I not do it right, or is this the game just bugging out? I should be able to pass through now, I think. Also the hot labs that I haven't been to, I think. Let's... Huh? Why is the exclamation mark there now?
What?
Already talked to him about maintenance. Who cares? Sniper rifle, shotgun, pistol. Don't see anyone. Okay, that's one done. Okay. Where are the hot labs? I'd have to go through the secured labs. Okay, let me think, have a look at what I've done. Okay, this is in missions. Guards are not alerted to your presence. Okay. I think I've done all the Noveria stuff apart from the hot labs.
Warning. Watchdog protocol is active.
Oh. What does that mean? Nope, 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 nope.
I need to get my blood flowing. Find me something to kill.
Okay. I'm just gonna do this. I don't want to risk just having aggroed the entire station just like that.
They seem to be coming.
No.
They seem.
No. God damn it.
They seem to be coming. Here's my pass. Just don't tell.
Okay, there we go. The thing is that by just having used that activator, there's a good chance that everyone, also people in here, would have gone hostile. I just don't want to deal with that. Even though they technically didn't even know I was there. So anyway, let's go through the back way now. I think we can go to the hot labs afterwards. I may do a save just to make sure. Defense up, people. Let's be hostiles here. Yep. Oh, come on. There we go. Man, I am really looking forward to Mass Effect 3. And 2. And the rest of this game. Like I said in the previous episode, it's just... every time I play it, I just get that feeling of, man, it really was that good. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do a quick save here just in case. Okay, all done. Yep, there she is. So remember.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be
happiness.
ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told him about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I mean, I'll try everything once.
You won't look so smug with a hole in your head.
Your insolence is a poor mask for your fear.
Vinicius power level. Get him! Commando crouch. Can't hit me now. Okay, apparently you can't. Ow. Oh, hold on. What's going on? Can't see anything on my radar. Got him. This one, yep. There you are. You got more for me? You put him up and I knock him down. You get the rest? I think so. Right? Oh boy. Oh boy, that's one. Oh no. Okay, that was close enough. That was a big one. Got him.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
The Rachni didn't cooperate with you. Why should I?
I will not betray him. You will... You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions, briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
We met Shiala on Pharos. She told us about Sovereign's indoctrination.
It is a terror to be trapped in your mind, to beat upon the glass as your hands torture and murder. I was powerless, nothing but a tool for Saren. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
The Mu relay? Technically, she didn't say lose, she said they lost the position. But what does that have to do with the Rachni?
Someone on Noveria found it?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations.
That's pretty cool.
Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
Yeah, talk about power creep.
How did the Rachni find it?
They searched patiently. They are territorial creatures, driven to close any possible way into their systems.
Why does Saren need the Mu relay?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. Oh, you should.
Mother, don't leave. Fight him.
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die.
What? Sure. That's how you want to play it. No, no, please. Oh boy. No, 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 no. Shield, 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 shield. No! I swear to God, I have to do that. Okay, okay, there we go. This time, do as I say. Okay, she's actually just dead. Got it. Sorry.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
We
Hold
really
on.
can't sort this
We've
out.
got Energel. Maybe we can.
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again.
Mother.
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
Really no way to just take her prisoner or something? Not that it really matters now. Why can we not go through there? That's a bit annoying. Anyway, we gotta get to the hot lab somehow. That's the next objective. What was that? Just talking prompt. I'm so... God, I'm so stupid. Actually. Zombie Asari? Kind of? Saren sure seems to have an interest in a lot of mind control creatures.
Voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Who am I speaking to here?
We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
How are you speaking through her?
Our kind sing through touchings of thought. We pluck the strings, and the other understands. She is weak to urging. She has colors we have no names for. But she is ending. Her music is bittersweet. It is beautiful. The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. And their suffering, they cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us.
Scientists?
They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no songs of their own. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them.
Kinda
Fear
makes sense.
shattered their minds.
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
Very true. I kill them cheerfully.
If you're sure they can't be saved.
It is lamentable, but necessary. Do what you must. Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
There are acid tanks rigged up on that thing. Set them off. Millions of my ancestors died to put these things down. Don't let them come back.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
I won't really spoil anything, but I will say this decision does have far-reaching consequences, even if they're not super significant. Somewhat significant. Always lean towards free, even if it's a very questionable option.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
Are you stupid? Your people didn't fight these bastards, so maybe you don't get it.
Yeah, just for, in case you missed it, Rex's people, the Krogan, essentially fought a war against the Rachni, and that's why they have a statue in the Citadel. Because they won the war against them, and then after they were done using the Krogan, they basically unleashed the genophage, because who gives a shit now? They don't need them anymore. Yeah, even you gotta be able to relate to that one.
Are we any better if we kill them all?
Do what you want. My people will clean up this mess later, just like we did for the Solarians.
You will give us the chance
I mean,
to
what happened to the Krogans is
remember.
technically still considered a genocide, isn't it?
Your forgiveness to our children.
Great. Bugs are writing songs about you. Mark my words, you'll regret this.
Don't you disappoint me now. So why did I choose to release the Rachni Queen? I'd say the answer is pretty simple. And that is that she seemed fairly intelligent, so I think there's a reasonable chance it won't come back to bite us in the ass. But you never know for sure. Damn, that's a lot of doors. Jesus. What's going on here? Huh. You think that might mean hot labs? That's one way to sign it. Okay then. Tartakovsky, that's an interesting last name.
Are you here to secure the situation?
Sure.
If by secure you mean shoot every monster I see, sure.
I am certain you are having strong feelings. But what has happened here, it is our fault. You understand?
You let these things out?
I am only following the orders. Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship. thousands of years drifting. This was
Oh
Rachni
yeah,
ship.
I've seen that movie
Inside
too.
they
It's called
find many
Alien.
eggs in cryogenic
Sort of.
suspension.
1,000-year-old egg hatched?
Yes, very tough to be so long frozen. That it survived the centuries, this is miraculous. Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
How did that work out?
Obviously, they were wrong.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
I'd be very curious to follow this line of thought.
Then all we need to do is bring her here.
No, I am sorry, but this will not work.
Yeah, they don't hear the music,
These Rachni are beyond safe.
so to speak.
It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
Sure, I think that'll do the job.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
Yep. Jesus. Okay, hold
Once
on.
the purge is armed, we'll have to fight our way out. Give us a minute to patch up and rearm.
Sure, sure. I wait here. I am not so much good for searching now, yes? Mother always...
Want to make sure everything's set up. Okay. Why is that above the rest? These are rail extensions, yes. Why won't it show me what I have equipped already? Maybe it did. Okay. Oh. Okay. We can have a rail extension, actually. Let's give you some... No, fuck it. Let's just do it.
I am feeling not so well.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira
Dude. Talk fast, please. That's gonna be a problem. Okay.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
Yeah, I need to run a purge.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
I mean...
Sic semper
That is not the correct code.
Aww.
Please report to security for arrest and interrogation.
Excuse me?
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
Who would have the
without-
code?
Director of Operations Yaroslav Tartakovsky, or any executive officer of Binary.
We're moving on.
Logging you out, Commander.
When you say have, do you mean he would have a key on him? Perchance. Yep. That's exactly what she means. Okay, that's a start. Open sesame.
Online. How can I help you?
Okay, let's try this again.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Code input. 875-020-079. Code Omega. Local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
Okay. That means we gotta get the fuck out of Dodge. Hold on. Oh boy. Guys. Okay.
I'll be okay.
Get up. Oh boy, that's holy. Look at the map. Man, good thing we're setting up a bomb. Oh my god. Got him. Times 1,000. Okay, I think we're good to go. Death of a matriarch. Parkworth Station via the passenger tram. Yeah, I think we got everything. This way. I don't think we can go back now. Okay, then back to civilization. Getting close to Vermeer now. Although, may do some more side missions.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu relay?
Nope. Vermeer. Still need to do that.
The Mu relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
What's with the attitude?
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
This is a tough mission. We're all on edge. Everyone go get some rest. Crew, dismissed.
Noveria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Yeah, I'm a rip off the band-aid quickly kind of guy.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, do not cut me off like last time. I failed to find it amusing.
I strongly disagree.
Let's just stick to business.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Noveria?
I did.
And then released the Queen. Do you have any idea what you've done? How many generations until they overrun the galaxy?
Oh, I might disconnect. I'm feeling a disruption in the connection.
This Queen is different. She understands why her kind had to be wiped out last time around.
I hope you're right, Shepard. Our children's children will pay the price if you're not.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
Okay, that worked out better. Last time anyway. Okay, Spectra weapons. Goddamn. Finally. Now we're doing it. I am about to lock and load. And after that, I'm probably gonna have a chat with the crew.
Looking for supplies?
Yes.
Let's see what you've got.
What's this? Oh, do they own... That's 3 million. That's 300k. Okay. Can work with that. Do they only go to level 7? It's a bit annoying. But it is what it is. They're still really good weapons. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. I think we're fine with this. Gladiator 7. Don't care about that. There are no penalties against any kind of creatures. Cryo max accuracy. Oh, that's target effect, okay. Oh. I'm pretty sure it's a war crime to use these. Yep, let's do... Yeah, who cares right now? Not that important. Sniper rifle. Rail extension 7. That is gonna pack a punch now. Yeah, that's do for now.
Commander, good to see you.
Hey there.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
Did we have this conversation?
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist.
Nope, I don't think we did.
That case was a bit disturbing.
Okay. Do continue.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic.
An L-Corps?
That clear cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
Oh.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one.
Yeah, cloning would have been my guess too.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Oh no.
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage.
Okay, I was
it doesn't
hoping
work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
I mean, yeah, by cloning them, you're basically just replicating the exact same defects that they already have. It makes no difference whatsoever. Unless it... Yeah, Rex said that they're all infected, so I was gonna say unless you can find a healthy one, but they don't exist. What you can do? And if they did, they would all essentially be, I assume, kind of reproducing as that Krogan, passing on that Krogan's genetics. Anyway, who cares? What happened to the doctor?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
What do you find?
Yeah, go on.
One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes, walking.
Oh, they were growing the organs inside them?
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off.
Cute.
Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
I mean, I guess I can understand the collateral from the debris, but the hostages on this ship, I mean, they're probably just gonna get shut out in an airlock anyway.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
Yeah. It's always hard to say, because you never really know what would have happened otherwise.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
You know what happened to him?
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart.
Dr. Hart?
I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
Ooh.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Absolutely. Hey there.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
I heard nothing.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
I sense a lot of hostility about Liara.
Liara? Why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her.
Scuttlebutt?
I can understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
Why could it be like that?
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her?
Yes.
Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice.
You spend a lot of time pondering my personal life.
What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
I have no idea where that is. I mean, you'd presumably be below Commander, but I don't know.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
I believe that.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like your father wasn't around much. Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real
Yeah,
ground under
I
our
can
feet.
see that.
He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known. Cities of
I did
men
not take
and
you for one-siding
climates,
poetry.
councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You're what, birdie at most? Your father's dead and a good long lifespan for a human sounded like was 150 years? Math tells me he was pretty young when he died.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Nope.
Your beliefs are your business. I'm your commanding officer, not your moral compass.
Just my commanding officer, huh? We'll have to see about that.
What are you saying, Williams?
Me? I'm not saying anything, Skipper.
Sure.
I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Yeah, see ya.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Got anything else to say, Rex, or did we run out after we picked up the armor?
So, you'd rather be a merc than help your people?
Yeah, we've had this conversation. Tali, maybe?
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
You sound chipper.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
What are you in the market for? A ship?
What are you hoping to find?
A thingy-majig, a
People
MacGuffin?
bring back something like a derelict ship we can use for salvage, but I need something bigger.
Something
There's a lot of
bigger than a ship? Assuming you mean figuratively bigger? Because ship's pretty big.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of... My father is
God damn it.
responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty board myself.
It's more like a
Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But
Prime
it doesn't
Minister.
work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
yeah, that's just sort of how it works.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my
I see.
pilgrimage,
That's why you gotta bring home something big.
for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes,
well,
I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
I wouldn't give up hope yet. May take a little while, but you know.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
I should go.
See you later.
Well, what if they left the Veil because they're under Saren's control? Wouldn't that make it a bit harder to find an independent Geth? Just thinking out loud here. And Caden? Something on your mind?
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. There's gotta be some xenobiologists who want to read about the Thorian.
Always have time to take the temperature.
The paperwork will keep. Something on your mind?
I'm just looking for an ear. The debriefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is. Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
I don't think that's quite the attitude we want, but it's fucking funny. That's your training talking. Yeah, they're being kind of dismissive, but then again, I mean, people are people, whether they're human or alien.
Wanting to believe everything will be fine? Sounds like human nature to me.
Yeah, I guess some things carry across species well enough. I should remember that after what happened with Vernus.
That's your trainer thingy.
I think you'd carry a grudge over the crap you took from Vernus.
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian. Aliens were weird, superior, and tried to tell us what to do.
Right, the Turian,
It's only been
isn't it?
26 years since first contact. That's not a lot of time to understand them. But it was Vernus
That's fair.
who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us. Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
I don't see you snapping very easily. What finally did it?
He hurt a girl, broke her arm. She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed, you know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do.
Definitely pick the renegade option.
And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting how they should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that's when the knife came up. A military-issue talon. Right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17, that's something.
You know what? Fuck it.
He deserved it.
It killed him, Shepard. snapped his neck.
I mean, he got what he
They
wanted.
could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough. But they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bot training was shut down. Canadix folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Turian. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
True and based. God damn.
A reasonable
My
stance.
man.
Keep that level head and we'll do fine.
Staying reasonable is about all we've got left. Everyone else in this galaxy seems to have gone out of their minds. Present company accepted, of course.
Like I always say, I try my best and I make an effort to love everyone. However, some people make it easier than others. I'll be the first to tell you. Anyway, I think we gotta go talk to Liara too. Hey, Chakwas. I think that may have been the first time I pronounced that correct. Hey there.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother.
Oh,
she brought it upon herself.
That's totally what I was here to comfort you about. I didn't forget at all, you know.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
You see how that book behind her head is phasing in and out of existence based on how close to her head it is? I cannot get that out of my mind now. I've no idea if this means anything to an Asari, especially someone as right-brained as her. We'll see.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Okay.
I like talking with you, Liara, no matter what the subject.
You have been very understanding with me, Shepard. Very patient. I appreciate that. I know there are some strange beliefs about my people. I am familiar with the legend of Asari promiscuity, but those rumors have little basis in fact. When one of my people joins with an individual from another species, it is a very deep and spiritual exchange. We do not enter lightly into a union.
You know, one thing I sometimes dislike about these kind of games is when you want to pick both options and explore those. But let's...
You make it sound almost mystical.
A true union goes far beyond an ordinary melding. It is a connection that transcends the physical universe. Two become one. Thoughts and senses merge, identities intertwine. Memories and emotions weave themselves together, becoming entangled in a single, rapturous whole. It is unlike any other experience. In some cases, it can be a truly life-changing event.
Okay, well, seeing as it's still there.
Are you saying you want to...
No. Oh, no. I am not very good at this, am I? I'm sorry, Shepard. I am trying to explain why I have been so... reserved. The Union is more than just sex. It is the lifeblood of my species, the way we Asari evolve and grow as a society. That is why I have never... that is why we must choose our partners with great care.
You don't need to explain.
I want you to be absolutely sure about this, Liara.
I am only 106, barely an adult by Asari standards, and I spend most of my time absorbed in my research. I never really thought about it. Not until I met you. You are very special to me, Shepard. But with all that's happened, Saren, the Geth, the Reapers, I do not know if we are ready for this.
I mean, I get it. I think it's healthy to have your own interests and sort of pursue the things that you want without rushing everything else. I think it's usually a bit easier to pursue what you like and you enjoy what you want to do with your life, and then to some degree try to find everything else along the way, because it's pursuing a job is very different from pursuing a life partner. It's not as straightforward necessarily.
Maybe once all this is over.
I'm glad you understand, Shepard.
A job
There is
you
too
can
much
bit
at
more
stake. We need to put aside our
progress
personal
and
feelings and
build
focus
on top
stopping Saren.
and
I
do
wish
it
it
step
did
by
not have to
step
be that
over
way.
a long period of time.
But we all have to make
Whereas
sacrifices.
finding
Let's
someone is
talk
a
about
lot of
something
trial
else.
and error. So no rush, I guess.
I should
yeah,
go.
whatever.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Okay, I think that's... Should we talk to Joker again? Maybe we should go get that Solarian, actually. Open, please. Thank you. Just want to check. Now it's maxed out. Finally. Triples your store discount. Okay. Some more assault rifle damage. Yes, please. Yep. Never go full Paragon. I'm just saying. I always think the balance is you need some amount of renegade, you just do. To stay grounded and real. Anyway. Thinking this is actually a pretty good place to end this episode. So, if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, whatever else YouTube wants you to do, and as always, you probably guessed it, take care.